Okay guys, we're back this week. Were y'all able to use the stuff that we went through last week?
I practiced with it.
Did y'all practice with it? A little bit? Okay. You know, I know that I tell you guys every week to mess with this stuff. Guys, this is when it's really getting important about messing with the stuff, okay? Because what we're gonna start doing is we're going to finish up tonight, and I need everybody here on Monday. I mean, unless something really bad happens, I need you here Monday, okay? Because we're gonna do block files on Monday. Really important, Monday, okay? Block files is really important. One, because I have to download this onto your computer. And two, we're gonna start messing with it, okay? So it's gonna start getting really important, you know, with this stuff, but so we're gonna finish up the lesson today, and then we're gonna probably do a little bit of speakers, and then we'll go for today. Monday may be, I'm hoping it doesn't last long, but we may go a little bit long on Monday, so don't make any plans on Monday, but hopefully it won't take us that long. But some of it may be loading stuff and whatever, so hopefully we can get through it pretty quick. And so if you can get here a little bit early on Monday, that might help. Thank you guys. But if you can get here a little bit early on Monday, those who aren't here today, if you can get here a little bit early on Monday, that might help so that we can get this stuff loaded, and then we can start the class with everything loaded. And this way we can really get going, okay? All right, so now we're gonna talk about backing up. Did we go over this? We did last week?
Like with your dictionary, how to back up with the dictionary?
No, it's the dictionary. We'll just go through it.
Let's see how backup and restore can be files that are too big for a single diskette. To start the backup process, you can get. To start the backup, or select from the Tools menu. The wizard opens with Main Diction. Let's see how backup and restore can be used to move even files that are too big for a single diskette. To start the backup process, you can either click on a toolbar icon or select from the Tools menu. The wizard opens with...
We did do this. We did this last week. All right, sorry about that. To speakers. So now this is going to go really quick because now it's just...
Let's look at some of the proofreading tools that are built into Total Eclipse. You can start the spell check by clicking on an icon of a toolbar or selecting from the production menu. However, anytime you want to check the spelling of the word your cursor is on, just press Alt-S. And if you're wondering whether two words could be properly joined as one, just mark the words and then press Alt-S. Then check the status bar in the lower left corner of your Eclipse program window.
You see what it's doing right there, guys? Okay? So all you have to do is mark it. You don't have to put the two words together, then spell check it or whatever. All you have to do is just mark it. And then it's going to tell you right down here whether it's correct or incorrect. Okay? So that's really a pretty neat little tool.
When you're ready to spell check your entire document and not just individual words, you can get started by pressing Shift-Alt-S. However, let's see how you can go to the Edit section of your user settings and fine-tune the spell checker's behavior. By default, Eclipse checks for several kinds of errors. It also loads the words of your job dictionary in the ignored words list, so it won't have to ask you about them.
Real good thing right there, guys. And you should have these things checked right here. Okay? So go into your user settings. Okay?
Press Alt-S. Then check these. You're ready to spell check your entire document and not just individual words. You can get started by pressing Shift-Alt-S. However, let's see how you can go
Into the edit, I'm sorry. Go into edit, spell options. Okay?
to the Edit section of your user settings and fine-tune the spell checker's behavior. By default, Eclipse checks.
So when you go in here, and let's just say you're taking a multi-day job, okay? So you've already read that dictionary, one of the other dictionaries, into that job. Well, you already finished that job, okay? So you should have already spell checked it. So when you go through there and spell check it, it's gonna ask you for like proper names, okay? And it's gonna say, well, I don't know Krzyzewski. Okay. It's spelled correctly, so when it comes up on the spell check, it's gonna ask you, do you wanna ignore it? Ignore that one? It's gonna give you an ignore and ignore all. Ignore all means every time it comes up, it's gonna ignore it because it just assumes that it's right. Sometimes you'll have, like when you're gonna use ignore is when they say, was that thing that you went to? So it's gonna have that. That's where these double words come in. You want that checked, okay? Because you'll be surprised how many times you double word something and you don't catch it. But the spell check will catch it. Even on that. You know, it's like, oh, it was supposed to be that D. And I mean, you're going through and you're editing so quick that you just don't catch it. It's just human error. It happens, okay? It's no big deal. But this thing will catch it. Punctuation is the same way. You have double punctuation, and sometimes, for some odd reason, you know, at the end of a question, it'll have the question mark, and you went to the end and hit a period. I mean, just moving along or whatever, accidentally hit a period. Just like that, double speakers too is real big. Because you'll have the court, you know, and sometimes I've even done it, you know, where it's like, this, you know, the judge will say, well, you know, what did you have, you know, for this part of the discovery? And they're just kind of waiting. And he's asking a certain attorney, so I already hit that. I thought that I hit that speaker, and I didn't. And I hit, or maybe I did hit that speaker, and then I hit, you know, court again. Well, there's nothing there. There's nothing in that line, so I deleted the line and forgot to join the paragraphs, which is what? Control J, joins. So if you have two speakers and you want to join it, you put it at the beginning of that second speaker, Control J, and it puts it up there with the other one, okay? So it'll check for double speakers, double questions, double answers, and that'll happen too, more times than you think. So when it includes the job dictionaries, you want that checked because all the words that you've already gone through in that spell check, that you went through and ignored and ignore all and all of that stuff, it's not going to go through and do it again because you have that on. Got it?
For several kinds of errors, it also loads the words of your job dictionary in the ignored words list, so it won't have to ask you about them. When you finish spell checking, Eclipse keeps track of the words that you've been ignoring. This is great if you're spell checking several documents in the same case. But if you're switching to a different case, you might want to purge the ignored words. You also have the option to read along with the spell checker. If you use this method, here's where you can control the speed of the cursor. Basically, you'll be reading along for context while you let the computer catch things like double words or to...
Seeing it, I mean, you're going through and you're proofreading or whatever, or you've gone through and editing and you don't catch it. It's gonna catch that, okay? What else did it show?
Too many spaces between words.
And the spaces too. So you select the space and it's automatically going to put the space that it needs to. Whether it's 2 spaces or 3, it's automatically going to do it. You just click on space, okay, does it, okay?
Are words to ignore, are double questions. Of course, you do not have to read along with the spell checker. And if you're looking for an even faster method, you might consider list errors, which is the subject of a separate presentation.
Guys, I'd almost do that read along. It makes it a lot easier because it's going to do the that, you know, all of those stuff. So it's just easier. It doesn't really take a long time, okay? Unless you just have a lot of like proper names in there, or you just messed up a lot, you know, with spell checks on you know, misspelled words and stuff like that, but it'll go through pretty quick, okay? Any questions about that? Good device right there. You should be using it now. Do y'all?
Yes.
Let's see what list errors means. You'll find that option listed in the production menu, but you can also use the speed key, Shift Control E, as in errors. Eclipse will scan through your document and open a list of suspect items. Selecting any item will then show it to you in context. What makes this procedure a bit quicker is that although you can read the context, you don't have to. This is just a quick list of possible errors, so if you press the Ignore button, or change the spelling for one occurrence, or all occurrences of an item on this list, you are then free to move on to other items. From here, you can add words to your personal spelling.
So when you go in here and you find, let's just say you're not doing this, okay? I'm just kind of, I just kind of realized this one or whatever, but let's just say you go through there and you misspelled Smith, and it's S-M-I-T-H, and it's supposed to be S-M-Y-T-H-E, remember? We can go in there and correct it, and instead of change, you can do change all, and it'll change them all. Okay? But if you want to leave it because there was a Mr. Smith, S-M-I-T-H, but the lady that they were taking the deposition of was Helen Smith, S-M-Y-T-H-E. I don't know. You know, but I mean, you know, things like that. And if you want to, I mean, it's not going to take that long to go through the document anyway. Okay? So if you want to go through there and spell check the whole thing that way, it's fine. But that's how you would do it, is to change all. Okay?
List. Look for suggested spelling alternates. Or look...
Guys, and I was telling you too, and it's really good, use these things. Use this. Because this, excellent. And if you have a word like Garza, Gonzalez, Smith, any of those that come up all the time, and you know, and let's just say your judge's name is Montemayor. Duh. I'm going to want it in there, and I'm going to want to add it to it. I want to add it to my dictionary because it's going to come up every time. Okay? So things that you're going to hear all the time, like your DA's name, Mr. Krzyzewski, well, you don't want to go through that all the time. And you know, if you spelled it correct the first time, then just go ahead and add it. It's no big deal. Okay? So this one, it is good to add it to. Okay? So you don't have to go through there every time when you're spell checking and push ignore all every time.
For a definition, You can even open the globaling dialog from this procedure, just as you can from the dialogues that are given to you through the spell check document procedure. So whether you want to do a meticulous read-through of your document or correct just a quick list of possible errors, there are great proofreading tools built right into Total Eclipse.
Got it?
Yes.
Guys, use that Alt S too. That is phenomenal, okay? Really good to, it's like, well, was it illicit, illicit, illicit? It's a snap of a, you know, just an Alt S, quick. What's Alt A?
Okay.
Yes.
Right. That's
Guys,
the-
use that.
That's what I was trying to remember today.
Use that. Highlight that one. Alt A, contractions. So apostrophe S or S apostrophe. Okay? Really good. So when you have like a double speaker and you want to change a speaker, get on the one where you want to change, and it's like, it's going to tell you change a speaker. So I want a speaker, and it's going to automatically open up your speaker list, and then you just pick the speaker that you want. So it's actually pretty cool, okay? So you can come down here and you can do that. So do the Shift Alt S. And see how it does it? See how it tells you that was wrong? Is that wrong?
Yes.
Which one should it be?
Number one.
So you just push one. Goes on to the next one. If you need to move this thing, you can too. I mean, because it's kind of blocking what we need to. I don't know why it's asking for punctuation. Oh, that's why. It has two spaces, okay? So, you want to push the space one. Now it has double two, okay? Let's get right down to business. Is that correct? No. So you just want to delete it. So the little speed keys are these that are underlined. Okay? So it's Alt. Alt whatever that letter is. Okay?
Right.
So whichever one you want. So what?
So like Alt P? No. Like for a period?
No, it's just going to be period because you're not. The letters are for this. Are
Oh.
for these commands that you're going to do right here.
Okay.
This is different. So you can do period on your keyboard. Well, it goes down to period. So do period. Are y'all doing this?
Yes.
Okay. Do period. And see how it highlights period now? Now you just push enter, or you can press period again. No, it doesn't. Just enter. So it's just going to go through there and tell you, and I'm just going to kind of fix these until we get to something a little different.
That's confusing me.
Is that one of the speakers?
No, that's the, yes, it is. It is a speaker. It sure is. So let's see if it gives you the option.
Just attorney one.
Let me see what. Oh, it allows you to global it. That's what they want you to do is global it. Because now it's in there, okay?
Right?
Okay? So what do you need to do?
G.
Special entries.
Control E for special entries.
Which is what?
Control E.
Control E. And
S S
S, S,
S.
S.
Enter.
What is it?
Attorney 1 in caps.
Do I want it in my main?
Yes.
Do I?
Yes, new is always in your main.
Yes.
Yes.
So now it's coming up.
Oh,
It
and
didn't
you
really
changed
list it
them
up
all.
here. It didn't change it up here, okay? Because it just asked for whatever. So now it's saying, what is that? Oh, it's a speaker. Okay. It's not a new paragraph, it's a speaker. So see what it just did? When you pick speaker, it automatically opens your speaker list. See what it did? Veronica?
Yes.
Okay. And then you just put whichever speaker you want. Put your name in there. In all caps. Mr. That's right. Well, really what we should have done, it does open up the speaker list and it is going to change it there, but really what you need to do is, and you can do this at any time, watch guys. So let's say you get on something that's like, I don't understand that. Just get out. It's going to ask you. Spell check complete? Yeah, for right now. So I want to get out. So what I want to do here is come here. Okay? And I want to global all my attorney ones. How do I do that? How do I define it?
You go to F2 or G.
G.
G for global.
And then?
And then Control E. Attorney one.
Control E.
And speaker.
Hmm?
Yes. Enter. And
Mr. Shashesky.
then for attorney one.
Is this right? I'm asking.
I
I'm just
think-
asking.
I think it is.
You think it is? You think it is? Elisa?
We're just trying to name attorney one, like if it was you.
To get it into your F2 speaker list. I'm trying to remember how you connect the global attorney one to the speaker list. Because there was a way.
Guys, speak up. If you think you know.
F2, don't you just get on it and do F2 and you'll open up the speaker box? And if that's in there, then you do under current, you put the name of the attorney for this current job. Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking if what we're doing right now is right.
How to define attorney one.
Well,
So far what we've done, the steps that we've gone through, is that right? Yeah?
if you're defining it, yes.
Because you're going to
Well, you told me, so you
That's
think
how I
it's
would
right.
do it.
You think it's right? You think it's right? Okay, well, that's good, because y'all are all wrong. Guys, this thing is already named. It's already named attorney one. We don't have to name it again.
Well, that's what I was saying.
That's what the speaker thing is
Yeah.
for. That's why I asked you if the steps that
But
we've
that-
gone through
But
was.
that's what I was asking, if that's what you were asking, because I
Oh.
was, remember I said, because if you.
So what do we
have
need to do? You tell me what we do right here.
F2,
Huh?
F2, function 2.
Function 2?
It opens up the box.
Okay.
And then that's where you have current.
So it's
attorney
Mr. Zarate.
one, and, okay, well, if you want to change it to Mr. Shashesky or.
No, let's just say, number one, attorney one is Mr. Zarate.
Okay, so then I would.
This is what we need to do?
Yes, we change.
Is it right? Is it right?
Is what we need to
Is what we're doing right here right? She says
Yep.
that right here at attorney one, we come here,
Yep.
highlight it,
Open
F2, and
then
pick one.
You change, yeah, you
You
change the
highlight
current.
it and then you click change,
Is that right?
or you click OK, once you present click.
do. So yeah, I think we have to change attorney one to say Mr. Zarate.
How? This way? F2?
Yes.
You think it's right? You think?
Yes.
Well, you told me. You're wrong again.
Wouldn't you change
How's
the
that?
current?
Guys, listen. Pay attention right now. It's already labeled as attorney one.
Yes.
So that's already done. Now you want to global it throughout the whole job. If you go in here and you highlight that and you bring in the speaker list and you put Mr. Zarate, guess what? You did it right, kind of. Because it's only going to name it that one time.
For that
Now
one.
the next time you come to attorney one, it's not going to do it because you didn't global it. So you have to global it throughout that job, okay? So what do we need to do, Stephanie? We're right here.
Global it.
How?
G.
G?
Control E. No.
I'll do what you tell me to do. Control E.
I don't remember. Speaker. Go down to speaker.
Is
Oh,
it
we-
speaker, and then you go to the job, you change the job dictionary, you change that, where it says main, you want it for the job, so that you're globaling it for the job.
Is that right?
So you hit speaker and then you type in the name of the speaker and then you hit Control J for job. That's
Is that
what you're
right?
saying you do?
I'm going to go with no because I said yes twice and then no. So I'm gonna go
Well, then
no.
how do we do it? If
Well,
you
I
think it's
that's
no, how do
right.
we do
I
it?
think that's right, but
Well, then why are you going to say
because I said
no?
yes twice and been wrong both times.
So what are you going with?
Yes,
Yes?
that's when we do it.
Yes.
You do it. Yes. You go to speaker.
Go to speaker.
Yep. Hit speaker. Then
Alright.
enter. And then you write in Mr. Zarate. If that's the name of the attorney one. And then you hit Control J. When you hit Control J, it says, Attorney one, Mr. Zarate, make this
Is that right?
globally.
Is that
I'm
right?
gonna say yes.
Yes.
Is that right? Lisa? Wrong again.
It's doing it right
Go to
here.
Speaker, just type
Guys.
Mr. Zarate.
It did
in the
it.
job dictionary.
We've wasted
But they
30
did it for
minutes on this thing already, okay? I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? To global it, get in it.
Okay.
How do you global?
G.
G. Now, all you have to do is go to speaker list, which is what?
F2.
F2. And if it's not there, It's Mr. Smith. Let's just say it's Mr. Smith. Okay? Look what it's going to do. Look, guys, pay attention. Look what it does. You put in the speaker that you want, enter. Now you don't have to go through that process of Control-E. You don't have to go through that whole thing. Okay?
Sure, got it.
Now it's already in there. Do you want it in your main? No. So what do?
Control J.
Control J. It's going to ask, do you want to global it throughout the whole job?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's all you have to do right there. Holy cow, y'all been paying attention.
Well, yes.
You know what? One of the ways that y'all were doing it wasn't really the wrong way, the way that you were saying to do it. To go to the Control-E.
It was just slower.
Speaker, guys, you don't have to do it that way. Kind of right, but you don't have to go through that whole thing. Just global it, which is what? How do you get in there?
Home, home.
G.
Home,
Oh,
home.
home. Good job.
Then what? Let's say it says attorney 1. What do I do?
G.
G,
F2.
F2.
Are we adding a new speaker or am I choosing one of those?
You can choose one.
Mr. Zarate.
We'll do 1.
1. Right.
Is that right?
Yes.
Control J.
Is that right, Elisa?
Yes.
Is it right? Veronica?
Yes.
Yes. Control J,
Yes.
and look what it did. So now it changed all of those. Okay? Guys, and I'm not, don't, we're just laughing here, we're having fun, but we're doing it for a reason because you think you know how to do it, and when we come to do it, you're not going to know how to do it. So the more we do it, the more you're going to know how to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why I tell you to mess with it, because then it's like, sir, I tried to do that thing on the speaker list, and it didn't work. What do I need to do? What was I doing wrong here? That's how you do it, trial and error, okay? So don't be scared to use it. Don't be scared to use this thing. If you mess it up, we'll figure it out, okay? Don't be scared, all right?
Okay.
All right. So that's how you do the spell check stuff. Let's see if they have another. And they don't. So any questions about that, spell check?
No.
No?
What was the speed key hit when you're in spell check? Alt Shift S. How do you just hit the pause button up here? I was wondering, how do you pause it and then go back? You said there was like a speed key to pause it.
To pause it.
The spell check. So you're in the middle of spell check, you're halfway through the document, and you decide you want to work on that section of the document. You don't want to go through the whole spell check.
Yeah, you can pause it
You just hit pause right there.
and it'll allow you to go in. I don't know. I freak out on this thing, so I always just get out of it. I always get out of it. If I have a question about what I'm doing, I just get out.
Just get out and then.
Just do
Shift-S.
Alt Shift S again,
Like
and
that.
you just start from there.
That makes sense.
But if you want to, you just pause it there, okay? So it's not that big of a deal. Got it?
Got it, thank you.
Questions? Guys, this part right here, and I think this is it. Maybe it's not. No, it's not. Never mind. How do you turn on hyperkeys?
Alt T.
How do you go right?
L.
L.
L. Left,
J.
up,
I.
down.
K.
Okay. How do you delete a word?
D.
D.
How do you insert?
N.
What is find
F or F5.
or F5? How do you put a period in?
P or period.
Question.
Q or question mark.
How do you change it to money? Shift M. What's U for? U.
Untrans. Looking for entrance.
T.
Trouble spots.
Trouble spot. Shift D.
Shift E.
D.
Shift D is deletes one character.
Alt A.
Cap.
Is the punctuation, the contraction.
Contraction.
I remember tilde.
Huh?
I remember tilde for that.
Tilde.
I was wondering about that. Does that work too?
Tilde automatically does it.
Nice.
I think in hyperkeys.
That's
Really?
what I need to do.
That was easier for me.
We're gonna find out so we can. It sure does. I've never used it, but it does. What's the oops?
Z.
What's W?
Endings.
Endings.
F9,
Dictionary.
F8,
Paragraphs.
7,
Mark. Caps.
6, 5,
Five.
4,
Answer.
3,
Question.
2.
Speaker. Help.
There you go.
You're gonna need help if you got that one wrong. Guys, y'all are doing really good. This is good stuff.
Yeah,
So
I
all of
wish it
these two,
worked.
convert it to money, time, numerals, written out numbers. So you can be on a number, granted it's gonna give it to you over here in the global magic, remember? Because on numbers, it's gonna give you every possible way you can do it.
Yeah.
But if you're on it, all you do is shift W and it's gonna change it. Okay? This is another one to remember.
If I don't have a table of contents, is that something I load from the lesson player?
Table of contents.
Yeah, like the thing you're on right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so go into load. I mean, we're almost done, so it's not that big of a deal, but. How do you fill in a form field?
E.
Print,
Alto.
Alto.
Alto. That's it, guys. That's it. We've covered a lot of stuff, okay? And we're not done. I mean, we're not done. Block files is huge, okay? And that's when it gets fun, okay? Because we're gonna be messing with the machines and stuff like that, so it's really gonna get fun. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna work on speakers, okay? So get on your machine, get into that empty, open slot. Let me know when you got it. Good? Everybody got it? Veronica,
Yes.
ready? Everybody? Yeah? Okay. The court This is cause number 2016 PA 0009. In the interest of David Smith, will take announcements at this time. Attorney 1. My name is Bill Smith, and I represent Child Protective Services. Attorney 2. My name, Your Honor, is Mary Clark. I am the ad litem for the children. Attorney 3. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Dale Hill, and I represent the mother. Attorney 4. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Lori Bishop. I am the attorney for the father. The court. We are going to have trial on the merits. Is everyone ready to proceed? Attorney 1. Yes, Your Honor. The state is ready. Attorney 2. Attorney for the children is ready. Attorney 3. We are ready on behalf of the mother. Attorney 4. We are not ready on behalf of the father. The court. What is your not ready announcement? 4. Attorney 4. We are asking for more time. The court. Why do you need more time? Attorney 4. Because my client is doing services. The court. Off the record for a second.
Sorry.
I finally got the point.
It's all four. Try it. Just keep hitting.
All these, it's the court. See, and I was hitting this before, that's why I
So I'm gonna dictate. I'm gonna dictate real quick.
Okay.
The court. Announcements. Don't worry about it. No, corrective traction. Don't worry about it. For the record. Attorney 1. My name is court.
The court.
No, the court. What is your name? Attorney 2. My name is Mary. The court. Please give us your name. Attorney 4. My name is Bob. Guys, practice your speakers, because the night of examination, this isn't going to be up there. So the night of your final, it's not going to be up there. So you have about 4 or 5 weeks, 4 weeks. But we have Thanksgiving in there. We have one Monday, I think, in November. I don't know if it's a holiday or not. We won't be here. But, so, I mean, we only have, you know, a few more weeks to really hone in on this stuff, okay? So really work on your speakers, okay? Remember what your speakers are, regardless of whether you're using these or you're using something else, okay? But start practicing on your speakers, okay? We're gonna do some more, okay? How's it going?
Good.
Is it okay?
Yep.
Yes.
It's not like Q&A where it's going to automatically add the punctuation in, right? You have to do the period and the question mark and everything.
No, it should automatically put a period.
Oh,
Is it doing it?
I'm not sure. I wasn't looking at it. I'll pay attention. Sorry.
Did you go onto a new page?
No.
Go
But
ahead.
I've been putting in the periods and question marks myself, so I wasn't sure if it
Oh,
was...
okay. Oh, that's good. No, if you have time to do it, do it. If you can think of it, do it. But if you don't worry about it. It's automatically probably going to put a period. Especially like on colloquy and stuff, it's automatically going to put a period.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. But if the judge asks, well, what's your name? You know, there's supposed to be a question mark there. So if you have time to put it, put it. If you don't worry about it. You can always go back and change it when you're editing the thing.
Okay.
Okay, but you're trying to get as much as you can.
Right.
Don't worry so much about the context right now. Okay? I'm not worried about the context. What I'm looking at when I'm walking around is I'm looking to make sure that you have your speaker identifications correct. That's all I'm worried about right now. Okay? Okay. Ready? So do your little asterisk about 6 or 7 times. And that's what I do when I'm going to start like a new thing or whatever, or I'll just push end, you know, whatever. But the asterisk just kind of makes it easier. And that's how, you know, you can do it however you want. Okay, ready? The court. This is cause number 2016 PA 0001 in the interest of John Doe. State your names for the record. Attorney 1. My name is Bill Smith.
I'm gonna tell you why. We define that company.
Okay. All right. Hit pause. We're gonna take a break just real quick.